that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The Broncos at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Albert Okwuegbunam, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the 44, Burrow. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack. And this time he got caught.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Burrow will throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Peyton. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Peyton. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stumped him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here we go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better reviews and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wound up picking up positive yardage.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. They'll give it to Mixon. Call it no gain on the play as it takes us to the end of the first quarter. Here we go. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Now a handoff as they run left side.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown! Albert O. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, Peyton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 11. Here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Burrow. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was...
They'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Extra point up and through. And the lead now up to 14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here we go, here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Here we go, here we go. 11 Thomas. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. There he goes, right side. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps it off to Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 12. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
To throw on 3rd down, Peyton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Off play action. Peyton. Steps away to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back to throw again. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They'll try again. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. No problem there on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but got to put those doubts to rest right there. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now Burrow. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got room. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on 1st down. Peyton. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A gain of 3, second down. Once again, they run with Mixon. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Mixing up the middle. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps it moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
151 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. First down, here's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 61 yards.
And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Oh, it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On fourth down, Peyton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Burrow will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll set up second and goal. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
11 empty.
Second down and goal. Burrow in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Third and goal, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Sterling Shepard, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
A final shot now for Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this...
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bring your home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring up in the. You know I stay with some bad baby. CGOD, baby, no, that's a gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles.